What concerns do you have about this election if it's close?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the nightmare scenario for a lot of us, is that we have a close election and that the president tries to prematurely declare victory and stop counting the ballots by mail that will be coming in. As you know, it's projected that a lot of the Democrat votes that come in by mail are going to be put through that mechanism, and Republicans will be turning out to the polls. And so it's possible that Trump wins the election day turnout but loses horribly in the mail. But the only way we're going to get there is if we actually count all of the ballots. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we end up in a scenario where the election starts going towards Biden, and it turns out that people like Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy congratulate Joe Biden before Donald Trump's willing to. I think that this is the most solemn, sacred part of our democracy. This is why it works, the peaceful transition of power, the belief that there is faith in the outcome of the election by all of the American people, not just one political party. And that's really the stress test that we're under right now. And while all of us are holding our breath, hoping that there is a definitive outcome early, I think that we all need to be prepared that this could take some time. That election day isn't it's the last day that we vote, but it's not the day that all the votes are going to be counted. So a lot of this has got to be expectation management that all of us, both in the media, who are commentators, I think need to prepare the American people as much as possible for the potential that this is going to take some time. And that's okay. Taking time means the process is working and the votes are being counted.
And looking ahead to the debate tonight, what's on the line for both candidates?
Well, for Donald Trump, it seems everything's on the line. He's playing with a one-deck shoot, as they would say, at the poker tables. And I think for Vice President Biden, it's continuing the momentum that he has been able to grow. He has run a remarkably stable, consistent, and steady campaign. I think the real question will be how the media reacts to it. I wrote a piece for USA Today where I talk about we need to make sure we do not fall into the trap of grading Trump on this Trump curve. We have a tendency so that when he does something the first time that's horrible, the next time, if it's not as bad, we say, well, that was a lot better. I think back to the 2017, the first address he gave to a joint session of Congress, where commentators famously said this is the night that he became president. When you read the speech, it's actually terrible. It's xenophobic. It's full of racism, attacking minorities. Nothing about that speech was great, but because it was considered delivered better than the inauguration speech, he got higher marks. We cannot allow for, if he doesn't interrupt as much, we go on TV tonight and tomorrow morning and say, well, that was a lot better than the first debate. If he lies about the pandemic, if he lies about our health, if he lies about the Biden family, if he lies about election integrity, that is a disastrous performance across any metric or any standard, and we need to hold him to that standard and not let him get away with having such a low bar for success.
Kurt Bardella.